The Beginner Blacksmith here, back with another video. Today, I'm gonna make some handles. I have a linen closet in my house, cheap white plastic handles. They've broken off, so I'm gonna make some. I've got this, I think this is 5/8 square stock, mild steel. I put some little indentations every 4 inches. So we're gonna get these hot cut and then start forging them out. Probably do a twist in them, make them look good. Using the cutoff hardy I made, this thing has come in so handy. This cutoff hardy keeps me from having to get the angle grinder out every single time that I want to cut something. And it's more satisfying to use than the angle grinder because I made this thing, which makes it extra fun. Okay, here's what's gonna be our 4 handles. I'm gonna get these in the forge, probably 2 at a time, and start putting some bends about 1 inch in from either end, and just working it down until there's enough clearance to get my fingers in there. And then we'll flatten out the ends, make sure they're the holes are 3 inches apart. All right, I'm gonna isolate about 3/4 of an inch from the edges. I'm just gonna do a light mark so I know where I wanna do my set down. All right, here's where we're at. It's looking like a handle. Next step, I think I'm gonna put the horn right here and try to get that a little bit more rounded, flatten these out, draw them out, and make sure they're at the point I need them for the screws, the 3-inch mark. So this is the handle shape I'm going for. I'm gonna draw out these and get this curve into them. All right, forging out the little flanges that are gonna be what my screws are going into. All right, here's where we're at with the handles. Next step is I'm gonna put a twist in this middle part. Well, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. My first twist was absolutely butts. Terrible, hideous, but I'm only making 4 of these things, so it's gonna have to work. I learned a thing or two. I'm gonna see if I can't do this one marginally better. All right, here was the first twist. I just got it super tight there toward the top, and there's some chew marks in there from the channel locks. It's as ugly as I said. I'll show you this one, it was much better. All right, here was twist number 2. Much better. Still not perfect, but better. And that's what this is all about. Live and learn. I'm gonna start putting the bends in the flat parts on either side to get kind of more of an ornamental shape. Doing that here over the horn. right, I got them pretty much forged out. Now I'm just drilling the holes in here that it's gonna go into the cabinet door. Here's my 4 new cabinet door handles. Are they perfect? Absolutely not. Are they different heights? Absolutely yes. They're mostly the same-ish height. This one got a little flat. I'm not sure what I did there, but there's still enough room to get my fingers in there for the cabinet door. So they're looking good. I'm happy with them. They're not, like I said, they're not my best work. I'm sure give me another few months, I'll do a lot better, maybe make a new set. They're all different twists, shapes, but they're gonna serve a functional purpose in my home. This is the first thing I've made that's gonna do that, so it's exciting. I'm gonna put a nice finish on them, probably cut brush them, and then I like this black look, so instead of the shine, I think I'm gonna heat them up and put them in some boiled linseed oil, and I think that should give it like a dark finish, so we're gonna give that a try. So I got my bucket of boiled linseed oil here. I'm gonna just put the torch on these, get them to like a blue heat, and drop them in this oil and see if it gets a nice dark finish on them. Well, the torch is working too slow. I'm gonna have to fire up the forge. Forge worked a little better. Got a little smoke, and it looks like it's sizzling around in there. All right, here's the finished handles. Pretty happy with them. I like the black finish from the linseed oil. Just got them a little warm in the forge and threw them in the linseed oil, wiped them off with a towel. Good black finish to them. I'm gonna cut to them installed on my cabinet door. Here we go. This is the Beginner Blacksmith. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'd encourage you to go out, make something that you can display in your home and show off your work.